Okay, so I'm going back to the meme voice because I feel like it suits me, so if you think otherwise I'm still not changing back. Okay, today we are going to talk about the Axis invasion of Yugoslavia in 1941 because most history channels just gloss over this and it low-key pisses me off. Okay, so a bit of background. Prior to this, Germany had twisted Hungary's, Romania's, and Bulgaria's arms into joining the Axis, and Italy had been eyeing up the Yugoslavs for a while because mud Dalmatia, and since they had annexed Albania they could easily start a two-front war. So after all this, Hitler told Prince Paul to join the Axis or be invaded. Paul accordingly told him to fuck himself, and now we are all caught up. The invasion started on the 6th of April 1941, with Germany wielding around 337,000 men, 875 tanks, and a little short of 1,000 aircraft ready to go. Germany had gotten Italy and their new puppet, Hungary, to also help them in the invasion. Italy had 22 divisions and just shy of 670 aircraft ready to invade Yugoslavia, and Hungary had around 4 divisions and 6 squadrons ready to invade the Slavs. To counter all of this, Yugoslavia had 700,000 men, 400,000 of which were still equipped with equipment from World War I, 200 tanks, only 50 were tanks that could match the German tanks, and just a little over 500 aircraft, 210 of which were modern for the time. So essentially Yugoslavia was fucked. Over the time of the invasion, no major air operations really happened besides the bombing of Belgrade by German bombers, which basically completely stopped the Yugoslav high command and killed a lot of civilians. On the ground, with close air support from the Luftwaffe, German troops steamrolled Yugoslav forces and had made a three-pronged attack towards Belgrade. 5 days from the initial invasion, the Germans had encircled Belgrade. After a day of heavy fighting, the Germans secured Belgrade. Nothing much else happened with the Germans from that point. The Italians had a worse off start to their invasion. By the 17th of April, the Italians had captured a decent amount of land, but at a high casualty rate, and they were thought to be so weak that the Yugoslavs even launched a counter-offensive against them in Albania. Their counter-offensive would start on the 7th of April, with flanking maneuvers, which would fail. Fighting would still continue until the 16th of April, but would result in a Yugoslav failure after German and Italian troops started to capture the attacking forces' rear. The Hungarians in the invasion had seen their pre-Trianon land secured, with a small offensive taking them in a few days with little casualties. By the end of the invasion, Germany had a little over 540 men killed or wounded and had lost 40 aircraft. Italy had over 3,220 men killed or wounded, had 10 aircraft shot down, and about 20 aircraft damaged. Hungary had a little over 340 men killed or wounded, and 7 aircraft shot down. Yugoslavia had thousands of soldiers and civilians killed, around 375,000 captured, a little under 50 planes shot down, and 300 captured, and also had 3 submarines and 3 destroyers captured. Overall, this was a major military failure for the Yugoslavs, and had set up the humiliation of the Italian army.
Mi sono alzato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Stamattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invaso. Oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di